would like to speak this evening.
All right. I was once a healthy man just a couple months ago. It's so different. Last time I came, I think Ms. Thomas and Ms. Daniels were just being seated into office. So where do we stand when we speak? We'll stand right here.
I think we're okay. Maybe here, if you're able.
Okay. All right. This ain't gonna take long, you know, I like long ones and everything. First, I want to congratulate our boys basketball team and Coach Sonny Johnson, who I know and stuff like that, because I love ball. Even at my age, I still play ball, and I think that I told you about that. I still play basketball. None of my sons, including the one over, not today, but back in the day, wouldn't have beat me one-on-one. And I'm gonna say honestly, I hope that you all don't have to see physical emergency, because I am probably the only person alive in Garfield Heights that was in office when they first went in physical emergency and was there through the 5 years and about 9 years afterwards. And it just takes so much out of you. And you gotta make some critical decisions, and nobody's gonna love the decisions you made. Trust me, everybody's gonna point the finger, and you're talking about being elected during that time, it's harder than you could ever imagine and everything. But I'm here today because I was working on something. Like I say, in the city of Cleveland, we done raised 12 children, me and my wife, 46 years. And 9 of our kids graduated from CMSD. But as everybody know, I took the 3 grandchildren we done had for like 6 years now that we're raising. And I got, I don't know how many other grandkids that's also in the Garfield High School District now. And because of that, they're not entitled to some of the programs that kind of give them the grants to go to college in CMSD that they have, Garfield don't have over here. I had spoke with Dr. Reynolds a few ago, and I told him, because up until the time I got injured, I still played ball. But I wanted to host a program where we had the citizens actually play against the Garfield Heights, Sonny Johnson. Me and Sonny went over this several times, and he thought it was a great plan as well. The dollars were not small dollars, like I showed you. We had one entity who was willing to put up $5,000 to see this game go forward. And we had Mr. Heroes. We also had Buddy over there, John and Nancy House, John House, and he actually wanted to participate in the game. We were looking at a minimum of $10,000. And like I explained to you, and I showed you the 3 names, they're individual. And I didn't go to anybody else yet. And this money can be used actually to give. You take the 10,000, you figure that's gonna be 1,000, that could be 10,500, but the pot would surely grow above that. And I do want to see that, but for some reason, Mr. Oko, I could never get back from you. I went back to Dr. Reynolds, and he was saying he was reaching out to you, and you're supposed to contact me, and I went on for a long time. I never heard back from you. And I'm not here to point that. You got enough in your mind right now. But the reason why I came and put it to y'all, because I figured y'all probably didn't know too, and you got a lot on your plate right now. But I think not just for the scholarship program, I think what happened in Garfield Heights, we got to get to the point that we kind of getting more involved, that you have the everyday parents out there involved in some of these. And I was in politics, but you don't see me taking pictures with nobody. But the thing is, I think we got to kind of grasp what we used to have. If you back up a little bit on time when we had Miss Thompson here, and I didn't know Dr. DePriest at the beginning of time, and Mr. O, all the way back to Dr. Stern. I didn't work with all of them, all the way up to Dr. Reynolds, who I knew from Cleveland. And I think that somewhere along the line, we just don't have the same engagement. And not saying that you are not reaching out, but sometimes you got to do things to make people want to come in. And my ideal as a program was the individual playing in the game were actually people's daddies, like I am. I'm somebody's father. Don't be fooled, I'm 64 years old, but I'm in great shape. I still shoot around in basketball. But they will put their parents out there. Kids who can brag about their dad. We actually had one woman who played for John Carroll. She wanted to participate in this program. I do want to see it go forward this year. I do want to see something happen to it, you know. Sonny's full in 40. I'd even offered a practice time, but I understand the process. You all cannot take no money unless and go through him. And if I would have took it through my nonprofit, you know, we do the Black History, everything else. Anybody know you got a nonprofit, you take money like that, you got to have an administrative fee. Meaning I would have to take some of that money. And I didn't want to take no money. As I explained to Dr. Reynolds, I wanted you all to get all that money. So I'm kind of looking forward that would be something to roll down the road to kind of get them, maybe get the families engaged and everything. It can become an annual event. Even as I outgrow it, it still can continue on because that's a lot of money. 500 can buy books. 1,000 can help take care of some room and stuff. And I know also down, we realized that as the Board of Education get cut down in DC, money's gonna be cut coming here. We know the trickle down effect, and it's coming. And I'll offer you the same help that I offered to the city. I know we got problems going on with the kids. Your job is not to raise children, your job is to educate children. I do my best, like my sons know that they had a bus stop. We had a little situation in front of my house. I didn't have to call nobody. My son was home, get ready to go to work. I went out, I took care. Some of the kids you can approach and you can talk to. When I didn't feel too good toward the evening, same thing would escalate. I didn't feel like going out, and I said, well, there's a little crowd on my, let the police handle it, but they had their hands full. And I told the dispatcher, and verifiably it was showed that I said I would go out and take care of it. And what I did was just a good conversation to the young men, and they went on their way. But we're dealing with a different type of group of kids, a different type of breed of children. But the main thing, we gotta stay focused on the ones as much as possible that we can educate. You're not gonna save them all, but you can save most of them. But my main point is this time that now you know who I am, and I know who you are, and I ask that the board kind of support me on this here. It's gonna take about 2 more months. I got pens, and I stepped in that pothole you saw on Turney Road, was on social media at the Turney Town, and I ripped my ligaments and I tore the bone up my feet, so I got pins and screws and ligament repairs just for stepping in a simple pothole. But anything I can do to help y'all out, I don't mind doing it. I do not care to be a school board member. I don't raise too many children. We got 46, 47 grandchildren. I just like seeing children in passing. But like I said, let's try to make that happen this year. I know he had a lot on his table. We couldn't get to it. But I think it would be a good thing to do this year to kind of build it up, to build these parents up. My team is not small. Actually, we have 14 members. At that time, it would be 20 members coming up. So that's 20 parents coming out of these homes. 20 parents, if they double household, that's 40 people in support of a vote. 40 people, if you know 5 people apiece, that's 200. And we know the numbers were not tremendously separated. But we got to build back the faith. It's all about faith and confidence, you know. It's all about building back in faith. And I wish you all the best. And like I said, if I can do anything to help you, I will. And like the main thing I'm here down, that I do want to see that game happen between us and Sonny, because I do want to talk crap to him like we talk all the time, you know, and everything. But I'm not going to beat y'all down. Like I said, I've served my time in government before, and I just don't want to see y'all go down. I don't want you to have to go to no physical emergency. So I'm going to wish you guys the best and everything.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you for being here this evening.
I'm going to have to leave because I'm got discomfort on foot. But I appreciate the time speaking.
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
Be safe.
All right, take care.
At this time, we are going to